right, I'm just shooting a quick video on this a real high-level look overview of the real estate VA position. So the real estate VA position is primarily focused on farming the MLS, which is the multiple listing service. So that's where all real estate agents go to list their properties for sale. So just to kind of stop and just go over a little bit about what I do. I am a real estate agent here in Denver, Colorado. I'm an investor and I'm a wholesaler. These days, the last 2 or 3 years, I've pretty much only been focused on wholesaling. It's what I enjoy the most. I've done fix and flips for 15 years. I've been a real estate agent for 15 years, but really my primary focus really over the 15 years has been wholesaling. I've done probably 75 fix and flips. I'm not doing those anymore. So wholesaling is my main gig. So what is wholesaling? Wholesaling is I'm going out and I'm finding a beat up old property that needs work. I'm putting that property under contract, and then I'm simply selling that contract or that property to another investor that wants to do the work, that wants to fix it up, that wants to rent it out, wants to do all that stuff. And I'm making a commission or some kind of spread on that. So that is wholesaling in a nutshell. My main way of finding wholesale properties is farming the MLS, which is exactly what I'm going to be training you to do here. So farming the MLS generates the most deals for me. I do other things like do some mailings and some text campaigns and so on, but this is probably the main way of finding properties is farming the MLS. I've farmed the MLS myself for years and years and years. The last 5 years, I tend to hire a VA to really do this task for me, because what happens when I farm the MLS, I find a property, and then for the next week or so, I'm spending my time looking at the property, meeting with people, selling that property, and getting it to the closing table. And meanwhile, all my farming of the MLS has ceased. I am not putting out any offers. I'm not getting anything else, not getting any more properties coming down the pipeline, which creates a really kind of it doesn't keep an even flow of properties for me to be selling. So I find it best that I hire a VA, I train a VA to do this task for me, and then it keeps an even flow of properties coming to me, which generates more money for me and for the VA. So the VA position, just real quick, I pay hourly on it. So we determine an hourly wage, and then I pay a bonus on each closing that you generate. So the idea is that you're making way more money working for me than you would be working for other people, so that you could focus on this job. Because this job, I mean, you're working somewhere between, generally 4 to 5 hours a day generating offers on these properties. You're putting out somewhere between 15 to 20 offers a day, and you're following up on those offers. And so there's a lot to it. So real quick, farming the MLS, let me just kind of go over this real fast, what generally it is. So what you're doing is you're logging into the MLS, which is the multiple listing service that all realtors put their properties into. You're downloading those properties, and you're copy and pasting those into a spreadsheet that looks like this. You're putting those properties here, and then you're determining the ARV of these properties, which is the after repair value. You're putting those values right here, which automatically generates a purchase price. Once we have a purchase price, you're logging into CTM, and you're generating a contract, and you're emailing that contract to the listing agent, and then you're following up on those offers to make sure that the agent's got the offers and getting feedback that we need, and just really pursue those offers. And then the last thing is that you're comparing new Western deals to those two. So one thing I don't have in here is a lot of times we're setting showings on these properties as well, but we'll get into that later. But I just want to keep this very simple for now. So let me just kind of jump into this a little bit more. So we're logging into the MLS, and here's the MLS right here, and we're going here, and we're down. Here's the saved searches that I already have, and usually you're doing last run. So if you're doing this every day, which you will be once you get up and running, this will just be off by a day. You're hitting the search, and I got 168, so you can see I'm a little bit behind. But as you're doing this each day, you're doing about 15, 20 offers a day, and you're staying on top of any new properties that are coming in. So from here, you're picking out old beat up properties. So thumbnail usually works best, and you're finding stuff that needs work. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time on this because my video is going on that. So anyways, you're finding properties that need work, not not these properties, but you get the point. You're exporting those. You're taking this data, and see, here's the data here. You're copying this, you're pasting it in here. Then we're going back to the MLS, and we're searching each one of these properties. We're determining an ARV, which I've got a checklist for that right here. So we're determining ARVs, and here's the checklist. It goes step by step on how to determine ARV. You've got this training system here that has videos on training you on how to determine ARVs. The training system has videos on every step of the process. So selecting properties, you got a video here. Determining ARVs, you watch these videos, you train here. Creating contracts and sending them, that's how you do it here. And so once you have the ARVs and the sheets, then we're logging in to CTM. We're creating the contracts. And I wanted to stop right there. Some people get intimidated by like, oh, I don't know anything about creating contracts. Don't worry. It's very simple. It's very easy. My checklist, actually, I have a checklist for that too. And it's a step-by-step. And once you've done like really 5 contracts, this is one of the easiest things that you're going to run into. So that is really an overview of the system. So of what you'll be doing. So again, you're going to be spending 4 or 5 hours a day doing this. You're going to be generating 15, 20 contracts a day. You're going to be following it up, and not only the contracts you send for the day, but a lot of stuff that's hot that you sent out for the last couple of days you want to stay on top of. And you're putting properties under contract, which you send to me, and then I either sell those or will renegotiate a different price because the price wasn't right, and so on. So that's it. So that's an overview of the system. So hopefully that helps you understand what I'm after.